Hey guys, today's video is called the BPD Push Pull game. Um, it's uh, it's a little difficult dating BPD women because they go through love-hate cycles where one moment they're kind of idealizing a guy, and then something just snaps in their mind. It's actually a mental illness. It snaps in their mind and it just goes to devaluation. Um, a lot of it is kind of like a defense mechanism. A lot of BPD women find attachment to be dangerous, most likely because of child abuse, former partners that were abusive, maybe something seriously traumatic happened to them at the hands of somebody else. So they can equate romance and love or relationships as a trigger. I had a BPD girl once tell me that relationships trigger her. Okay, why is that? Probably because some of her last boyfriends probably beat the shit out of her or something. So now she equates having a boyfriend with getting her ass beat. So don't take it personally when these girls push you away, guys. Especially if you don't really know the girl. Maybe just assume maybe she's pushing you away, not because of you, but maybe because of some sort of trauma she has. She's pushing you away, right? Um, One of my favorite YouTubers in general, I'm going to toot her horn today. Her name's Lisa LeBlanc. I watched one of her videos today and I kind of took some notes. So these notes are kind of talking about what Lisa was saying today. So these notes are from Lisa LeBlanc's channel. But I took them down myself, kind of like taking homework if I took a college class. So this is what I got from Lisa's class. So according to Lisa LeBlanc, it's either a conscious or a subconscious. That was like a huge icicle falling off my house. Sorry about that. It's a conscious or a subconscious response to more or less kind of test the relationship. I think sometimes they wonder if they push you away, like, how are you going to respond? Are you going to get mad? Are you going to do your own thing? It's kind of a way for them to feel you out, I think. That's just kind of like what I think. It's probably a way for them to feel you out. So it's a conscious or subconscious to test the relationship sometimes as a test. As the attachment becomes better, the push pull diminishes, or it can also increase. So it could go either way. It could, as the attachment becomes stronger, the push pull can diminish, or it can become stronger in those first stages of that attachment. The push pull can be intense. Um, Once the push pull starts, it intensifies with the bonds deepening. So, like, especially when you first meet somebody, the push pull game can be pretty intense until they are willing to give you a chance or accept attaching to you, like a boyfriend girlfriend situation. Because again, they want to push you away because they don't feel safe. They're getting all these fight or flight signals in them. Maybe it's a PTSD response. They're getting that fight or flight response that's telling you, Jesus, this is a dangerous situation. This guy's trying to be my boyfriend. My last boyfriend hurt me. So they can see it as a dangerous situation, having a new boyfriend that they really don't know if they can trust or not, right? And, when you get hurt by people, it does cause a mistrust, and that can be understandable at times, right? So for the person may have a cluster B personality, which can cause push-pull behaviors like BPD, narcissistic personality, the idealization versus devaluation that comes with BPD. Um, Emotional attachment is signals that fight or flight in them. So when they start to feel emotionally attached to you, instead of feeling positive feelings because of their trauma, they're feeling flight or fight responses, PTSD triggers that are from past trauma. It's emotional attachment signals danger. So you're feeling good about this, new love interest, new romantic interest, and they're getting those fight or flight responses, which is telling them, subtly push this guy away. He's a threat to me. He might hurt me like my last boyfriend. I got to push this guy away. So do you see how all these behaviors, guys, aren't your fault? It's trauma and PTSD and anxiety that's going into the girl's mind. So it doesn't have anything to do with you. So it's important you don't take it personally. The best thing you can do when the girl is in devaluation or is pushing you away, the best thing you can do is just breathe, feel the feelings. If you gotta cry, cry. If you gotta be mad in your apartment, I say beat a pillow. If you want to punch something, beat your pillow. At least no one's being harmed. You know, I don't believe at all in domestic violence. I think domestic violence is awful. I think you should always walk away from a woman every time, no matter what. Um, but again, guys, keep in mind sometimes it's a woman attacking a guy. So I've been attacked by a couple women, so I know firsthand. So the person may be pushing you away because they have a cluster B personality, right? Cluster B personality, like BPD, which will cause those love-hate cycles. So the emotional attachment is signaling fight or flight. Maybe something upset her. Maybe something you did or said upset her. So she's starting to push you away a little bit. Mentally and emotionally conflicted is a great way to describe it, because she's mentally and emotionally conflicted about what she wants or what she doesn't want. Does she want this relationship? Does she not want this relationship? 7, playing games to make you addicted to her. Love bombing to discarding, to love bombing to discarding, conditioning you to work harder to get her love. She could be a narcissist or a sociopath and kind of enjoys you squirming a little bit, bored of the relationship, insecurities and self-loathing, and she blames you. Maybe she's just not that into you. She's just not that attracted to you, but you are meeting some of her needs. Number 10, only pulling you when she wants something or senses that you are going to walk away. So she's only like coming back to you when she wants something, or she senses that you're about to leave the relationship or walk away from her. Lisa LeBlanc says the best thing you guys can do is don't chase. She will be, I said the girl will most likely be back unless you end the situation, especially if they're BPD or anything like that. The BPD is going to go through those love-hate cycles. So unless you end the relationship, she'll be back with a love cycle, right? I mean, the girl I love, she has BPD. She'll literally go 2 years without seeing me and then want to pop back in and act like nothing happened. I'm like, girl, are you serious? It's been 2 years. So she's kind of, she could be reluctant to be with you, trust and attachment. Maybe she's feeling PTSD triggers from you. Maybe you remind her of her past boyfriend. It's causing those PTSD triggers, especially if he hurt her, maybe held a gun to her head or something like that. And now she's having major PTSD around the idea of having a man around. She's feeling unsafe. So do you see how this isn't really you guys? So don't take her behavior personally if she's pushing you away. Maybe her trauma is telling her to push you away, right? Um, the love and sex bombing right off the bat, that could happen at the beginning of the relationship. She associates love with fear and abuse and then pushes you away. So you associate love with a positive thing. Maybe she associates love with fear, abuse, and then pushes you away. A lot of this, according to Lisa LeBlanc's research, she said the fathers or mothers, it comes from fathers and mothers who are inconsistent. They care one moment, then are abandoned the next, which they get the good and bad parent, and it equals mistrust because they don't know which parent they're going to get, the good or the bad, so it makes them kind of mistrust people in general. Could be an antisocial personality that you're dealing with. Antisocial individuals are more or less just out to use you for shit, whether it be sex, money, rides, support, whatever it is. They may only hit you up when they need support. I recommend probably weeding those people out of your life. Narcissistic people can be very kind sometimes. They can be kind people, but there's, bad stuff that goes along with narcissism as well. We all know that. Everybody has a small amount of narcissism, right? What person doesn't walk into a room and say, how does this situation benefit me? Everyone does that. That's how everybody has a small amount of narcissism, right? Like you walk in a room, you're looking for cake. At least I am. When I walk in a room, I'm looking for cake. I'm like, how does this room benefit me? Is there any cake? So anyway, guys, the push-pull thing, man, it's like I once dated a BPD girl. She called me up on the phone. She goes, I'm pushing and pulling on you, and I don't know why. I'm pushing and pulling on you. And it's like she had this mistrust that started as a child from child abuse, right? Her parents were abusive to her. So she got immediately the mistrust of adults, started viewing humans as a bad thing. I mean, she would actually have orgasms. Like, I would let her like choke me during sex a little bit, and she would actually orgasm from it. What is that? That's probably her like hatred towards people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, guys. It might have been that sick. I don't know. But anyway, the push pull shit is crazy, guys. It's like they push you away. They're gonna say something crazy, say something a little rude, or they're gonna insult you, or they're gonna say something provoking, or they're gonna tell you they're going somewhere when it's bullshit. Or they have this going on, it's bullshit. It's all pushing away behaviors because they're feeling that enmeshment trigger, which is telling them the situation is not safe. I hope that answers your question, guys. And then the pullback is the fear of abandonment, most likely, if this is a BPD situation, because they're like, fear of abandonment, I might lose the person. So then that's when you're going to get the message, how's your night going? And you're like, didn't the last message you told me to go fuck myself? Like, so that's the push it away. And then, the high at the end of the night because they're worried you're actually going to leave them, right? I mean, it's just insanity, guys. But I kind of became the voice of BPD boyfriends because two of my girlfriends were BPD. So I learned a lot about BPD, and the love-hate cycles are just intense. I mean, my one of my last girlfriends literally was like Jekyll and Hyde. Literally Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, she'd be out front of my building having me by the fucking throat. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. She was violent. Everything, slapped me in the face. It was bad, guys. Anyway, thank you for subscribing to this video, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, share. Check out my merch in the description. I have a Frog Pop socket that's already sold 2 copies. I'm going to leave my Frog Pop socket unless you want to get a gift for one of the kids in your life for their cell phone. Goes on the back of your cell phone, and it's a frog design. So hopefully you'll get that so I can make some more sales on my merch account. I'm tier 500, hoping to tier up. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Like, share this video. Hope you guys have a good one. Till next time, signing out.